Well, good evening, everybody. So there was only 30 seconds of time left on the game. It was black versus white. One of them had to win, the other had to lose. The Black King saw victory at hand. His queen stared straight into the eyes of the White King. The White King could not move. He felt as if his arms and legs were tied. He didn't know what to do. As he looked up, he was surprised to see the bishops, the knights, and the rooks of his enemies surrounding him completely. He had nowhere to go. Even his pawns were not able to protect him. The Black Queen stared straight into the eyes of the White King. Checkmate, I yelled with pride and satisfaction. So chess is a beautiful game played on a square board with 64 squares. I was introduced to this game by my mother when I was very young, and I started playing professionally from my 4th grade. Let me throw in a few fun facts about the game. So, can I have a show of hands if you know the answer to the question of how many electrons do you think are there in this universe? 10 to the power... Yes?
70.
10 to the power 70. Very close enough. Can I have one more?
89.
89? Alright, the correct answer is 10 to the power 79. So we have mathematically proven it that there are 10 to the power 79 electrons in this universe. Now I ask you, on this 64 square chessboard, how many unique chess moves do you think are possible? 10 to the power... Can I have anyone guess?
3.
That's So the number of moves possible on the chessboard is 10 to the power 120. That's a lot. Imagine putting 120 zeros to the 1. I think you're not going to stop writing for a few hours. But this number is very huge compared to 10 to the power 16. Now you ask me, what is 10 to the power 16? 10 to the power 16 is the number of seconds that has elapsed since our universe was born. So 10 to the power 16 sounds like yesterday compared to 10 to the power 120. So chess is a game which involves a lot of logical calculations with a lot of permutations and combinations, like life, and therefore is very similar to life in a lot of ways. One such way is, the main objective of the game is to make your king win. If you're playing for the black side, you have to make sure that the black king wins. If you're playing on the white side, you have to make sure that the white king wins. The king is somebody you treasure in your life, somebody you want to protect, somebody or something whose future you want to safeguard. And you are the pawn. You and all your friends who want to help the king reach his goal are pawns. And the king's family, his best friends, his close relatives, his aunts, uncles, grandmother, everybody fall into the category of the bishops, the knights, the rooks, and the queen. So it's because the queen and everybody else have more authority over the king's life. They can help him govern better, and thus they can move across larger distances on the chessboard. So a lot of people in this world actually think chess is not to be considered a game. Why? They say nobody's moving. Well, that's not true. At the championship level, the amount of mental and physical energy that is spent by the players is off the charts. The amount of time they spend in calculating every move is so physically enduring that they have to actually work out like Usain Bolt in his 100-meter run. This is true. Magnus Carlsen, the world chess champion, works out 4 hours a day physically, not only on the board. So chess is a game of determination, of endurance, of grit, and how badly you want to win. So I was once playing a game with my good friend in Bombay, India, long time ago, and if I won that match, I would have secured the tournament's first place. If I lost, I would have secured the fourth place. So during the course of the game, during its later stages, I kind of lost track. I think I lost clarity somewhere, and I made a mistake which led to the other mistake. I lost a few pieces and finally ended up with the fourth position. So I didn't know what to do, but now if I think of it, I see that clarity was very important. A small mistake on your part can derail you off the track. Discipline is another important form which comes into chess. You have to be very disciplined when you play the game. You're given a specific time frame. You have to start and stop and win the game within that frame of time. You play too quickly, you might be brash, you might make mistakes, you might lose. You take your old sweet time and then you waste time per move, and again you lose. So it's clarity is what you need to have. Discipline is what you need to have. It's like an archer going to an archery contest with his bow and arrow ready at hand, and you see him and you ask him, "What do you see?" And if the archer answers, "I only see the bullseye," and then you know this guy's going to be a champ. You know he's destined to win, he's going to win all the Olympics and so on. But in any sport, before a player or a team goes into battle, they always analyze their opponents. They always analyze what the opponent's strengths and weaknesses are, about the surroundings, about the weather, how all those tertiary factors might come in between him and the gold medal. But chess teaches you about yourself. It teaches you how to improve on your strengths and work on your weaknesses. Now, going back to the analogy which I stated earlier about chess compared to life and you being the pawn, think about the answer to this question. Who do you think is the king in your life? The king is your future. The king is something you want to protect and preserve in your future or somebody else's future. So chess is a game that will give you immense pleasure on a victory. On a loss, it will help you convert all your weaknesses to strengths. So my dear friends, on this momentous occasion of our 20th anniversary, I implore each and every one of you to try out the game if you haven't. And if you have kids, please give them the gift of the greatest game there is. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.